Welcome back to my channel. The other Megan Fox is in the news again, and it's really weird. Robbie Starbuck, who used to work in Hollywood as a music video director, has tweeted out something a couple of days ago that started kind of a firestorm. Let's take a look at Twitter, shall we? He says this. These are Megan Fox's sons. We used to live in the same gated community and our kids played at the park. I saw two of them have a full-on breakdown saying they were forced by their mom to wear girls' clothing as their nanny tried to console them. It's pure child abuse. Pray for them. If you take a look at this picture closer, it's actually, this is a recent picture of Megan Fox and her sons. She has three sons. They're all wearing makeup, dark lipstick, long hair. One of them is wearing a shirt that says Strong Girls. And it's bizarre and strange. And for people to point it out, you know, what are the chances that you're going to have three trans sons? What are the chances? So he tweeted that out. He then said more context. This was around 5 years ago, so they were younger than they are in this picture. There was another witness plus the nanny when the boys did this. It started with one, and then the other chimed in. Third child was not involved. We knew California wouldn't do anything about it because the state celebrates this stuff and she's famous. Just a very weird situation, but clearly these boys weren't happy. I never said anything publicly because they were so young, and I thought it would stop because they were vocally expressing the desire to wear boys' clothes. We moved to Tennessee shortly after, and I saw this photo of the boys going around online this week. Really sad it didn't stop back then, and wish there was more we could have done back then. And to the community note, someone tried to write saying only one of her kids has worn girls' clothing. That's not true. See below. All right, so she's been doing this for years, trotting them out, her little boys out in dresses and skirts. But Megan Fox gave this interview in May that says she knew her oldest son didn't want to subscribe to gender stereotypes from the time he was in the womb. She also admits that she's raising all three boys gender neutral. Does she really think anyone believes she didn't push this on them? Because she responded to him. We're going to get to her response in just a second, but here's what she said in parade.com. Fox and Green share three sons. That's Brian Austin Green. There are not many public photos of the Green children online, but in the ones that exist, each child appears to have long hair, which sometimes prompts people to ask questions about their genders. In fact, Fox has spoken publicly about choosing to raise her three boys as gender neutral. When I became pregnant with Noah, I could feel through my mother's intuition, I suppose, that he was not subscribing to gender stereotypes. So I decided to provide an environment for him early on that would allow him to discover how he wanted to express himself, Fox has said. Now that is a load of garbage. I've been pregnant 3 times, and the only thing you know about that baby before the baby is born is how they like to kick you in those horribly painful spots. There's no way to tell what their personality is going to be. Like, that's just garbage. The other Megan Fox responded to Robbie Starbuck. He said, Megan has responded to my concern about her sons being dressed up in girls' clothes with an Instagram post where she seemingly threatens me with witchcraft. Does that seem like a sane response to you? Her post and my response back are below. She says, Robbie, I really don't want to give you this attention because clearly you're a clout chaser, but let me teach you something. Irregardless, which is not a word. It's just regardless, folks. Just regardless of how desperate you may become at any given time to acquire wealth, power, success, or fame, never use children as leverage or social currency, especially under malevolent and erroneous pretense. Well, let me ask you something, Megan. Are you using your children for social currency? Because it sure looks like it. When you dress up little boys in girls' clothes and makeup, that's exploitation. Moving on, she also went on to say, exploiting my child's gender identity to gain attention in your political campaign has put you on the wrong side of the universe. Some might say, Megan, that you are exploiting your children for attention because it's the way you get headlines. You trot your little boys out in dresses and you put makeup on them and embarrass them out in public, and suddenly you've got all the headlines, don't you? That's some kind of PR move. And to blame somebody else for pointing it out, it's pretty low. She says, I have been burned at the stake. Well, a little over the top there. I've been burned at the stake by insecure, narcissistic, impotent little men like you many times, and yet I'm still here. You fucked with the wrong witch. So she says she's a witch. Then it got even weirder. So Robbie sent her a very nice response back. I don't even have a political campaign, Megan. I lived in the same gated community as you in Calabasas, not naming it because I don't know if you still live there or not. Our kids played together there. Ask your nanny. She was the one bringing them to the park, not you. I have photos of our kids playing because they played so regularly. Your boys were very sweet, as I said in that thread, and the outburst of emotion was sad for all of us, including our kid who witnessed it. An independent adult witnessed this, and I have a text from them about it. You can DM and I'll show it to you privately. I'm not afraid of witchcraft. I'll pray for you and your boys. It's you who need to hear that this happened. I firmly believe that what I witnessed should never happen to a child. As for clout chasing, I'm not the one doing the blood drinking rituals for attention. I'm speaking up, and if I'm guilty of anything, it's not doing so sooner. I thought that was a really great response to her. I thought it was very loving. I thought it was very, kind. And he's getting a lot of heat for speaking out about this. Now, Brian Austin Green, who is the children's father, who is the one who should be keeping them safe from all of this stuff, has come out defending Megan Fox. Green said, it's a totally bogus story. There are only a few people in their world that can actually verify whether or not a story like this is true. And I can tell you with absolute certainty it is not. This person trying to claim this is true is a perfect example of someone with selfish motives that does not care about negatively affecting a parent-child relationship. So he says it's not true, but we've got articles with Megan Fox saying she knew her son was gender non-compliant since he was in the womb. I mean, that doesn't track, Brian. It doesn't track with you're not. Who's buying the clothes? She's buying the clothes. If you just do a Google search, there are so many pictures of these little kids out and about wearing dresses. October of 2017, she's got one of them in capris with little stars and one of them in a Frozen dress. So I don't know how they look with a straight face and they say that she's not doing this or not forcing them to do this. At this age, they put on what you give them to put on. And it doesn't make sense that she's not responsible for this. After Robbie sent that really nice message to her, she sent him back this picture on Instagram that is really, people should be concerned about her mental well-being, I think. So this is what she put up on Instagram. It says, me outside Rob Starbucks' house, and it's like some kind of skinwalker eating the carcass of a dead animal. It says, now Megan Fox is threatening to hold a carcass-eating ritual at my house. That would be a bold, dumb decision in Tennessee. If her goal was to look crazy, mission accomplished. Now people know she practices witchcraft too. I just find this really sad, and I wish that people would leave kids alone. Leave them alone. It's not Robbie targeting the kids. Robbie's not doing that. They're being photographed out and about in public, and this is what everyone can see. Everyone can see it. And it's crazy that no one says anything about it. What are the chances that this woman has 3 gender non-conforming boys? You do the math. I'm Megan Fox, the other one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.